Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be unboxing the brand new Galaxy Tab S8. And I'm very excited for this because it was supposed to arrive around like the first week of April, but then it arrived super early, so very happy about that. And in the world of tablets, the iPad has kind of been the default recommendation when it comes to tablets in general, especially after the release of iPad OS 15, where it actually got a lot of Android-like features, like having access to files and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but from the way I've seen it, the Galaxy Tabs, or just Android tablets in general, have kind of been overlooked in the past few years. But the Galaxy Tab S8 is here with a few features that are just, you know, they're a little hard to pass on, especially this thing we call Samsung DeX. And I actually got this book cover case that's also a keyboard for free because I pre-ordered it. So that's already a plus. That's already one thing they have over Apple, because no matter how early you pre-order, you know, Apple products, they will never give you anything for free. But anyway, let's get to unboxing this. So this packaging contains the Galaxy Tab S8, the S Pen, a data link cable, a quick start guide, and Samsung terms and conditions. So yeah, let's open her up. Okay. And it's the tablet outright. Wow, it is so slim. That's nice. Okay, let's put this to the side for now. So you get the S Pen included, which I think is great. So that's already another thing that trumps Apple. You get the S Pen for free, and you pretty much just get documentation after. So you get this like SIM card ejector. Okay, the quick start guide. This is the USB-C to C cable that you get. So sadly, this does not come with an adapter. So that's actually one thing Apple has over Samsung right now, because when I bought my iPad Air 4, it came with a 20-watt adapter, which I really appreciated because it was a 20-watt adapter. It's actually fast charging. Okay, let's put this aside for now. Let's open up the book cover. Okay, this is a nice little keyboard. Also, it's free. I got it for free, so I'm definitely not going to be complaining. So it has that same kind of smart connector thing, so you don't have to connect it via Bluetooth. You're never going to have to charge it on its own, which is really nice, because you just need to connect it directly onto the tablet. Keys feel really good as well. That's nice. The overall feel of the case is actually pretty good as well. It's not the most premium, but it doesn't feel cheap. So there's that. Let's put this away for now. Let's open the tablet. Okay, and there she is. So right off the bat, the camera is on this side. So it's not like on iPads where it's over here. So I think that's much better compared to the iPad, because like when you use your tablets, especially when you're in class, it's usually like this, and you usually have it on a case. So yeah, wow, this looks really good. Premium feel, of course, because it is a flagship tablet. So this little slab of glass over there is actually where you put the S Pen, and that's where you're going to be charging it. There, like that. So that's nice. It does seem a little out of the way, but you can also put it here. Yep, right on top. So again, this is the S8, so it's the smallest one, so it does have like the smallest battery. This is packed with an 8,000 milliampere battery, and the display is actually not the same compared to the S8 Plus as well as the S8 Ultra, because it's not an OLED display, but it still has that 120 hertz refresh rate, which is really nice. And come on, it's Samsung. The screen is gonna be amazing either way. So let's try connecting it to the book just to see what it looks like. So it just snaps on like that. Voila, that is what it's gonna look like. You can't change the angle though, so there is that. So it's just this. It's just that all the time. Okay, welcome. Start. Okay, we're gonna agree. Okay, let's set up facial recognition, which is something the iPad Air 4 does not have. Registering my face. Take off my glasses. Kind of creepy. But I knew I had glasses. So the 120 Hz screen is looking really good right now, just saying. Okay. Getting your tablet ready, so it's gonna take a few minutes. So overall, just using it, just typing on it right now just feels really, really good. Okay, so let's take a quick step back because I just realized I tried to get this set up as quick as possible. I forgot to talk about the device itself, like actual hardware. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's put this aside for now. Okay, so on the back, you don't actually have a lot going on. You have that little glass line that you will use to charge the S Pen. You also get two cameras on the back. You get an ultra wide and a regular wide camera. So tablet cameras aren't all that important because nobody uses their tablet to take photos, but you still will be able to take some decent photos with this and use it for stuff like document scanning, I guess. So on the top of the tablet, you get two speaker grills. So this has 4 speakers all in all. So you get 2 over there and 2 on the bottom as well, together with the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. On the left side of the tablet, you get the smart connector. So this is what's going to allow you to connect it to devices like the keyboard case without having to use Bluetooth. On the right side, you have the lock button that also acts as a fingerprint sensor that is used for biometric authentication, and this is the volume rocker. And on the bottom right, one of my favorite features of this device, which is very much lacking on iPads, is expandable storage. So this is a micro SD card slot which will allow you to put in a 1 terabyte micro SD card. So that is fantastic. Any kind of expandable storage on a tablet like this, especially when you're using it like an actual computer, is always welcome. So that is pretty much the overall hardware of this device. Let's take a deeper dive into the actual software now. Okay, so this is what the typical tablet mode looks like. And if you're a Samsung user, this is gonna look pretty much the same. It's gonna look identical to your phone. The UI is pretty much the same as well. The 120 Hz screen is looking really snappy, and the overall panel just looks really good, which is expected of something like this from Samsung. Let's try opening up an app first. Let's try Samsung Notes. Let's write something out. Michaela. My name. And you know what? I'm actually really digging the S Pen. Like, I think it feels really good to use. Latency is like next to nothing. It's like writing on paper, which is really cool. But just like the feel when you put it on the actual screen is really good. That's something I don't like about the Apple Pencil at all. When you use it, it's like, it's just very harsh. Like, it's just a very harsh feeling and sound altogether. So the S Pen feels really good to use. So the tablet mode isn't anything to write home about. The best feature that separates the S8 lineup from the iPads is the DeX feature. So that's over here. There is a dedicated button. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so it's now loaded up. nice and pretty. So it has that Windows desktop kind of user interface, which I think is really, really cool, because I like to use my tablet as kind of a second computer when I don't want to lug around my 14-inch MacBook. That's what I've been doing with my iPad. I've just been using it for like homework, or just when I need to write a script, just basic stuff that doesn't include video editing or very heavy photo editing. I pretty much use my iPad for that. So this Dex feature is going to be amazing. So you have like that kind of taskbar set up like on computers. So you have the option to look at all your apps. You have a few apps already lined up for you. You have the time, the battery, your Wi-Fi connectivity. It just looks really, really good. And when you open stuff up, it pops up as Windows, which I think is fantastic. So let's like open up my Canvas app. This is what I use for school. This is the Notes app. This is like, let's open up YouTube. You know, so it's gonna look like this, just like Windows. So it's gonna be great for multitasking and just working, and just, I don't know, it just looks really, really good. This is something that definitely trumps the iPad in terms of using it like an actual computer. So we're not gonna take a deep dive into that right now. I just wanted to show you what that looks like. All right, so let's talk about the actual like S8 itself, why I got the S8. So again, this is the cheapest one in the lineup. It starts at $699 for 128 gigabytes of storage, which is perfect, by the way, and 8 gigabytes of RAM. I personally got the 256 gigabyte model. So yeah, I got this particular size, the 11-inch size, because I think it's perfect for using it like an actual computer, because it's not so small, but I can also take it off and use it just like a regular tablet. It's just the perfect size for that. It also has the exact same processor you can find on the S8 Plus and the S8 Ultra, so you're not sacrificing any power by getting this model. So let's go ahead and compare it to the iPad Air 4 a little bit. I feel like this is the best tablet to compare it to because of the price point. It's pretty much in the same price category. The iPad Air 4 starts at $599, even the newer iPad Air 5. But yeah, so one thing Apple does have that's an advantage over Android is just the availability of professional apps. Like Photoshop isn't on Android yet, but luckily LumaFusion is coming to Samsung and just Android in general, which I think is going to be great because it's been on iOS exclusively for quite some time. But you know, in this kind of scenario, I'm thinking the S8 is looking really, really good. It's just beating Apple in so many ways. Like, it's the screen. You get the 120 Hz screen, a 16:10 display, so it's going to be better for media consumption. It has 4 speakers. You get better storage options. The fact that it runs Dex and like you can use it in 2 different modes, like the actual desktop setup and the tablet setup, just really kind of, you want to put the iPad away for a little bit. Because at the end of the day, yeah, iPads have been ruling supreme, but sometimes people don't like iPads. People don't like the user interface that Apple has to offer. Sometimes they would prefer something like Android. So yeah, the S8 is looking mighty, mighty fine. It's looking so good. It's making a really good case that I should just drop my iPad for now. So yeah, that is pretty much that for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, got something from it. I'll see you guys in the next one.